Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching Let's Talk Japan. Today, we're going to be talking in just only 5 minutes about the current situation going on here in Japan, revolving around the currency, the strength of the yen versus the dollar. Um, as of June 25th, the date of this video is released, we find ourselves as American citizens who are living in Japan in great peril and in great danger of becoming impoverished in a foreign land, which in many cases should not have been taking a dramatic turn for the worst, as the yen is so weak to the dollar, is almost and should reach 200 yen to the dollar, or um, around it's around there. It should get there by the end of July, maybe even August, even with the intervention of the Japanese government, which they shouldn't. There's a lot of concerns for foreign nationals living in Japan, not traveling to Japan, but living in Japan, are being pushed into poverty. And the mention in my previous videos about xenophobic behavior is becoming very well apparent amongst those who are living here, to the point where we are trapped and we can't even ask our embassy for aid or assistance, because of jurisdictional issues between the United States and Japan. Those who live in Japan just finished filing their taxes June 15th or 16th. Would see a dramatic shift in how much money they'll be receiving in their employers' contracts in the years ahead, if not in the next 6 months. A lot of companies currently are finding ways to cut back, and one of them is to remove certain elements or benefits for nationals. I'm going to focus only on American citizens. I can't speak for everybody, but I will speak for the Americans in Japan. They're going to be denied benefits, especially unemployment benefits, when they are terminated from employment. Those companies are already starting to tighten their budget and preparing for that, the currency manipulation going on. There is no solution that any economic person can give you at the moment. Japan is receiving a lot of incoming tourism for inbound tourism, which also increases the price of ramen and everything inside Japan. But for those living in Japan, it is so devastating. The price of all foods are going up, and there's no possible way that we can afford to continue to live and work in Japan, no matter where you're at in Japan, whether it's Tokyo, Kanagawa, Osaka, Kyoto. It doesn't matter if you're even an ALT, unless you have a full-time 10-year position. You're not going to have a stable or even safe financial life here in Japan. That can be seen through the recent weeks with all the labor laws that have been changing in Japan. There has been no mention or concerns over foreign nationals, American citizens, and how they shall be treated in the near future. As I mentioned in this video, that employers are starting to cut contracts and decrease and even manipulate the contracts to terminate employers' contracts for either, as I said in some previous videos, for wrongful dismissals, such as using sexual advancements against other employers to terminate those foreigners' contracts, because there's very little to no representation to protect those Americans from slander. Even if you look in the court systems, there's no cases because there's no lawyers who will represent. You can go online, you can go check out the U.S. Embassy or your own embassy and see the list of law firms and lawyers who will continue to look at pro bono work. The concern here that I have today, and I only have a couple more seconds, is that when the Japanese yen goes over the $2 mark, Americans will need a lot of relief from our government to make sure that we can get out of the country safely without it being a conflict of interest or a basic human right. The embassy should be looking at this and discussing with the people to make sure that the American people living in Japan have a safe trip back to their country because of economic hardships that they're being forced into. All right. Did you like what I said? Are you mad at what I said? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time if I'm here. Bye.